Hey, KIC here. Welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. At the end of the last episode, got a little bit of warning that the drones were going to come attack the base. And there they are. Or there it is. I'm not sure. Apparently, I cannot hit it with my crummy pistol from this range. You are just shooting stuff, aren't you? Stop being a jerk. Stop destroying my stuff. I like my things. I don't want you destroying them. Oh, man. I probably shouldn't duck behind my ship, but I kind of need to check it for... dang it. I'm trying to create some weapons and other things to make, a little defense here, but I don't necessarily want to take all the time to try and stop what it's constructing so I can create those things. Crud. I hope this is in range. I really do. There we go. That was in range. Good. All right, so drone is gone. Oh, look at that. That is marvelous right there. Lots of stuff. Very happy about that, actually. All right, good deal. Good deal. Nice. We can survive. We'll be okay. Maybe. Anyway, the last episode was trying to get a base put together. I think we have, we'll say more or less the basics, as it were. And here, I'm just going to grab that one too, because I can. Fine, I'll wait for these last two and then grab them. Basically have the bare minimums going on right now. So let's just, oh man, you jerks. You jerks. You have messed up my base. Let's repair that a little. Any other dents? Up there. Okay, I'm taking a quick look. Yeah, we really need to get this put together, don't we? Okay. Well, anyway, started to get a base put together. We're getting there, slowly but surely. And I suppose I could probably turn this off just to conserve some power right now. Don't need to be using all of that fuel. But we have the basics right now. We have some walls, we have a food processor, we have a generator, which of course is necessary for the food processor to run, as well as have a fuel pack, which is necessary for the generator to run. So we can go ahead and place some walls down and, I don't know, maybe go at least one more high. I think that would be a good idea. We'll just go ahead and fly up there. There we go. Pop some more blocks right there. I'm definitely going to need a lot more blocks. This is not going to be sufficient. Especially because, a roof will be in order. And, yeah, this is kind of a problem. I keep falling whenever I'm trying to do all this stuff. And that's fine. I guess I'll leave that. That means we're going to build right there for the roof, which is not super high. I mean, if we take a look here, you can see, it's actually a pretty decent height, all things considered. It's just not super duper high. But that's fine. This is really just meant to be a kind of early beginner base. This is not meant to be something that will sustain you forever and ever. And in fact, I kind of like the idea of maybe putting those remaining... Oh, that one was not in the right spot. That was not in the right spot. Let's go ahead and get rid of that block. Let's reload you. Man, that takes a lot of ammo to repair stuff. It doesn't take too much to remove. I remember there was some complaint back in the earlier days about how much resources in terms of those repair tools it took to do certain things. But it doesn't seem to be bad now, but repairing, holy cow, I didn't realize how much it took to repair. So I guess that quote-unquote problem has not changed at this point. So anyway, good stuff to know. I didn't realize that. So we can put these blocks over here. Now, I was just saying I do like the idea of maybe putting the rest of these windows in over here. I didn't leave any room in the walls. We can apparently remove them fairly easily, so that's not going to be a major concern. Just something to think about. I'm not trusting that that's going to place right, so I'm going to leave that for the time being. Let's go ahead and run back over here, because there is just so much going on right now. Trying to, just get everything situated. Okay, so we need some drill charges. Going to grab those. Made an assault rifle because that seemed like a good idea. Don't have a whole lot of ammo for it. Because I ran out of metal pieces. That would be why. Let's go ahead and create some more metal pieces. That way we can create some more ammo. And need blocks too. So let's go ahead and queue up some more blocks. And you know what? I'm going to let you go a little more. Come on. There we go. And we're going to call that good enough and let that go, just because this stuff takes a while to create. And then let's just take a look at where we're at in here. Now, obviously, if I'm going 3 high, essentially 1, 2, 3, and then that's where the ceiling is, that leaves a 2 high. We can put some lights up on the walls. I don't know if I necessarily want to do that, but can do that. I was kind of thinking of leaving them for the ceiling. So I don't know, I'm a little hesitant to do that right now. Problem I have is, of course, I can't place them everywhere I would like. Can I place you? I keep selecting the wrong item. Number 7. I don't think I'm going to be able to place it over here because the window is actually going to block it. I think that's the case. Yeah, I don't seem to be able to place that up there. Yeah, that window is considered in the way. That's okay, though. It's okay. Not a huge problem. It's actually not really a problem anyway, but, you know, whatever. It's all good. Now, that is interesting. Okay, so you want to go on the wall right there? I have no idea if that actually made it to the wall. Yes, it did. Perfect. So we'll just go ahead and stick with the wall lights. That's fine. And we can put one over there. And we're going to have to just settle for one right there because I was an idiot and placed everything on the walls, because I just enjoy that you can place things on walls in this game. I find that to be really amusing and interesting, but that's pretty sufficient for light right there. I mean, you combine it with these windows over here, that's going to be good. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Let's go ahead and run back to the cargo ship, escape ship that has now run out of fuel. Let's go ahead and get it reloaded so it can keep working here. And it has finished all of that. That's good. We're going to need some more fuel packs because I'm just burning through them. So have a little bit of ammo now. That doesn't need to be over there. Let's just see. Is this gun loaded? It sure is. And I think it's a 25 rounds per. It sure is. But it is nice to have a scope that you can zoom in and out with. That's very handy. That'll make taking care of those drone raids a little easier. Don't have a whole lot of rounds. I'm just going to have to be careful about them and maybe rely on the pistol. Let's go ahead and dump some of this stuff back inside. So this is the stuff that came from the drones. Those are going to be, well, at the very least, helpful to have all of that stuff in there. What happened? Did I use... Wow. I swear I am going crazy, missing things, dropping things, losing things. I could have sworn... Aha. I did not actually move them over. That's what happened. I didn't move them over. I was going to say, I could have sworn I had some drill charges. I just couldn't find them. All right, not going completely crazy. Let's just take these blocks right now just because we can kind of fill in some of the gaps here and maybe get closer to finishing off this building, at least being able to mostly enclose it. And then we need to talk about where a large constructor is going to go. It's not going to go in here because this block right here is considered taken by the window. Large constructor is going to be 2 by, so it's about that size right there. So I suppose it could go right here next to this light. I kind of like the idea of doing that. And then let's just go ahead and switch over to those blocks again, and we can go ahead and just start kind of closing things in a little bit. And then only 2 more of those. So that's still going to be 1, 4, 7, 10. What are you? Is that only going to be 13? That's not too bad if that's the case. I suppose I could close that opening off a little more, but 13 is not bad at all. So let's go ahead and queue up 13 more of those. And then we need to look at what it's going to take to make a large constructor. Actually, it's only going to take 10 metal components because all that junk from the drone, that pretty much covered everything. So it's going to be 2 of those guys, and then we can go ahead and queue up the large constructor to immediately follow. So I'll just go ahead and grab these for right now. Put them on number 5. I don't know why I put them on number 5 instead of number 6. I'm just strange that way, I guess. And we'll just fill in these gaps while we can right now. You know what? Maybe no, I was going to say maybe put a window up high, but I'm good with closing it in and leaving just one wall of windows. This is definitely a change as it goes sort of thing. Now I should probably go look into eating here. So let's grab the remainder of these guys. That's going to be working on the constructor. It takes about 40 seconds to craft, I believe. And we'll just go ahead and pop in here, and we should be able to basically close this off. Now, obviously, it's not closed off entirely because it needs a door or something along those lines. But if we just take a step back to admire our handiwork, I guess don't really need the light, but it does help to show the opening. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. I'm pretty pleased with that for a short amount of time put into it. Basically a really quick turnaround. That's not bad. Now let's go ahead and talk about food really quickly here just for a moment. You can see food has a perish timer on it. That will tick down. It'll be 19 and then it'll be 18. I'm not sure what that is. Is it minutes? Is it some sort of other in-game time? I'm not 100% sure. I completely admit that. But this will perish. It's going to spoil. So your food is not good indefinitely. So to address food spoiling, that's kind of the last part of your base if you want to talk about the absolute necessities. And I don't know if I want to consider that a necessity. I think really just being able to make food is fine because you can just kind of make it as you need it. So that's kind of how I'm operating right now. That's my assumption. That's why I'm saying it's kind of what you need. Okay, you know I was going to put it on the wall, right? Because I'm an idiot and I like to put things on walls. And I know it makes no sense that you cannot reach the control panel from here, but it doesn't matter. So if we look at this guy, I said before, when you create the large constructor, it opens up all sorts of new things. So here we have a medic station, big oxygen tank, bigger oxygen tanks, all sorts of stuff in here. One of the things that you can create is this guy right here, Fridge 2. Now, Fridge 2, you can only create in a large constructor. In Fridge 2, if you see at the bottom of that window on the right, it says placeable CVBA. It means basically capital vehicle. I think that's right, capital vessel, and BA is base. If we look at regular fridge, small vehicle, hover vehicle, capital vehicle, or vessel. I like to say vehicle. I think it might be vessel in this game. I'm not sure. Maybe it's not. I don't remember. But either way, if you want to put a fridge in the base, you have to make this guy right here. But we're not going to worry about that one right now because at this point, as I said, food is not a huge issue for me. I think just being able to make it is a big enough deal. We can say that's successful. But spoiling, I'm not too concerned, you know? It's not a huge deal right now. The bigger problem is if we take a look at the map, there are no resource nodes located on the map. Nothing has been noted. So we need to, see, look at that. Here are all the resource nodes, and we don't have any of them. If we don't find those resource nodes, we're not going to be able to go anywhere. And if we look in this guy here, we're kind of running low. I mean, down to 76 iron ingots on all the stuff that we can build. So I think the next step is going to either be to repair this guy so that it can fly around, which would mean, oh man, I don't know. Basically, it needs a lot of thrusters and a lot of repairing just to kind of keep things working. We can maybe talk about doing that or create a hover vehicle. And I think that might be the better way to go just because that's going to be a little quicker and take less resources right now. So I think that will be the next plan of action is let's build a hover vehicle. That way we can kind of get around the planet and from there find the resource nodes, mine them out, and come back here and create bigger and better stuff. But for now, that's going to have to be an episode, so I will catch you another time. So till then, thanks for watching. See you later.